Skidmark Sim Racing returns to the land down under, to Mount Panorama at the other end of our season, and today with us we have Jordan Pianazzola, local driver, member of the league, and co-commentator for this race at Bathurst. Eladio Flores is on pole, the Australian's behind. The flag is green, and we're off!
Pretty good, I made about 12, 13.
All our racers seem to avoid any serious Turn 1 incidents. Gaining speed to the straight, heading to 2. Harris has misjudged the braking mark of the field and plowed into the back of Chris Van Agren. Midge Crowther needling his way up between Walkington and Base Bliss, making an unusual appearance in the Porsche this week.
Through the chase, Jordan Pianazzola. He's putting the pressure on Eladio Flores here. He's got his teammate, his Australian teammate that is, Austin Edwards. He's got that lovely Bathurst 12-hour inspired Porsche livery on his car. Gives him the bump draft down the straight. He's saying, let's go, let's try catch this pink Mustang.
Eladio Flores has got to have on his mind that Kevin Garcia is just behind, seeming to hold on to the top 3. One mistake, that could be a drop of 3 places for Flores. We're back up the mountain. Oh, and Crowther's wide. Base Bliss and Alexander Eck just avoiding, getting collected behind.
Dylan through the outside top of the mountain. Wonderful move here. 3-way battle. Dylan, Mitch, and Alexander Eck.
Oh, that's contact. And wide on Walkington coming up the hill. Flores and Pianazzola have spread a small gap to Edwards, but no, given the pace of the Australian driver, that gap won't last long.
What's this here? A move for first place.
Lemberger fending off newcomer Clayton Skapski in the orange and yellow McLaren. Oh, Lemberger's wide and away. Taylor Miller capitalizing to take the gap between. Just a tap on Price from Ben Walkington. Price holds it on, but now he's 3 wide with Walkington home. Crowd remains tight.
Sultan with the Martini Lamborghini. He makes the move up into the cutting.
That's Westlake going around up the field. Oh no, Taylor Jacobs coming around with him.
Jeff Harris, what a squeeze.
That's Primo working up the inside of Van Agren. Van Agren holding the line, going too wide. Just losing at the place with Satterfield breathing down his neck in the fellow Corvette. 1, 2, 3 through the dipper. Pianazzola now in front. Eladio in second. Air wide for Base Bliss, but recovering nicely. Oh, a tap on Pianazzola.
For first place, Austin Edwards. He has pounced on the mistake here by Eladio.
Eck working his way past Base Bliss, looking at the back of Kevin Garcia. Oh, it's Van Agren around at the bottom of the hill. That's Jacobs and Andretti, independent spins in the same corner. Our top 3 still neck and neck. Edwards in the lead. Flores behind Pianazzola, picking up the rear. The gap between these cars is nothing and continues to be. Oh, that's Base Bliss off on his own. Oh no, and that's, Andretti trying to get around Base Bliss, clips Taylor Miller for a massive hit as the Mustang leaves the ground.
onto the last lap. This is for 4th place. Mitch, Kevin, and Alexander.
These 3 drivers are also bumper to bumper, albeit with a bit of a gap back to the top 3. Primo and Price side by side. Small juke to the outside. Price holds the inside. Primo stays behind through 2. Garcia looking to get around Eck, looking to get around Crowther.
This is a move under the coat's highest sign. You never see it happen here. Onto the back of Mitch. Does he have a plan?
That's now Garcia in the middle for a P5. Crowther ahead in P4.
The action at the front, it gets close here. Jordan Pianazzola, Eladio Flores. This is for P2. Last lap, last corner. Eladio's deep. Jordan, the chance.
Pianazzola has sealed a pass on Flores' mistake.
That's P2. That's a photo finish.
4, 5, 6, still close, also coming around on their final lap as they wind down the mountain about 18 seconds behind the top 3.
Alex Howe is passed in that Mercedes. Last lap, 2 corners through the chase.
Side by side for Eck and Garcia. Garcia's up the inside.
A double move. He's got the red paint job. He's showing the Ferrari is faster.
Now Crowther and Garcia are side by side. Eck looking for the mistake ahead.
One more corner. Can Mitch hold on? Is this photo finish round 2? Not quite. Kevin Garcia, 4th place.
But glue sniffing ranks equal number 1 with cheap.
A move here at the end for Jeffrey Harris. Ben Walkington through even with no rear wing.
Is invariably through a plastic bag.
Our final order, Australia on top. Edwards, Pianazzola, Flores bringing up the rear.
That there, my friends, was a lovely race. Jeff Harris, I'll leave you to start race number 2.
Edwards rewarded now for his victory with a P23 start for race 2. Pianazzola and Flores ahead. Those 3 are going to have a hard time repeating last race's victory. Corner 1, another misjudgment on the braking zone from Harris as he sails at the inside and is lucky not to damage any cars.
Now the action into turn 2 continues. Glenn on the grass, he makes it stick. Dylan, he's deep into the pedigree wall.
Satterfield and Wilson still up there. Walkington up front with Jacobs behind.
50 minutes ahead over the top of the mountain for the first time.
Oh no, Walkington's made a mistake. He's off. That's Andretti up front holding the lead.
Sam Westlake, a beautiful move on the pink Porsche.
Oh no, massive incident as Eck goes around and collects Flores on the first lap. And that's Wilson off of his own. Lemberg is getting squirrely. Colin Rogers as well. 3 cars blocking the main straight. Lemberger pulls across. And no, an incident with Austin Edwards. Edwards collects Jordan Pianazzola. Polik with Primo behind, getting side by side with Van Akron, looking to start making passes up the field. Deeper on the brakes, and he's through with these. No, that's... Price is around and into the wall at the top of the hill, collects Van Akron, nearly missing out on Polik, but Polik loses 3 places in the chaos. Primo now side by side. Oh no, it comes together with Van Akron as Justin Holm, Mitch Crowther, and Polik all roll through that incident.
The leader, Clayton, deep through Forest elbow. Taylor Miller, he takes the lead.
That's Satterfield at the inside of Taylor and Jacobs, leaving Harris to contend with Jacobs' rear bumper next. Oh, Base Bliss is around again as Westlake comes through behind. Base Bliss really struggling with the Porsche in this race.
Tyler Satterfield, he's looking fast and feisty on the cracking Porsche head.
And no, for P1, Miller just loses it. Satterfield comes through. Miller and Satterfield battling again.
First round of pit stops.
Home looking at the back of Andretti up the inside. An easy pass through the slipstream for the strong McLaren. That's Harris without a wing, and oh no! The lack of a wing has destroyed Harris's line. He's out. He's collected Eck. He's collected Miller. Could be a race ender for Harris. Crowther with a pass on back marker. Glenn Wilson now looking to battle with Holm. Ooh, a wiggle across the curve, but he's still through. Tyler Satterfield now up in P1. No, he's got a wiggle. Skapski's through. Collins is through.
He's spinning around.
Thankfully, no additional cars collected with that brush with the wall. Andretti, Polick, Primo, and Taylor Jacobs now battling their way down the hill. The Lamborghini leading this VW Group trade of GT3 cars. Holm coming out of the pits as the 4 cars come around. It looks like every car is by. Now coming up on Wilson, it's a blue flag for Wilson down the hill. Better exit for Primo. He's side by side with Polick, but he's got Wilson in front, and he weaves between the 2 cars. Polick now looking to pass back on Primo. Primo a little wide on that exit. Ooh, brush with the wall for Jacobs. Hopefully no damage.
Justin Holmes, he looks for the pass at the chase now.
Coming from behind, up the inside, down the straight with that massive straight line advantage the McLaren has. Hip check from Jacobs as Holmes still down the inside.
So towards the end of the race here, Jordan Canazzola with the Audi. He's in fuel save mode, tucking behind Eladio.
Edwards at the inside of Eck, just trying to get a nose in. Eck, a respectful racer, relieves that space. Edwards looking to push through. Late on the brakes again, he's around turn 2 and away.
Dylan Scooby-Doo Porsche, he is a lapped car in the middle of a battle. Tyler Satterfield for the pass on Mitch, who's also in fuel-saving mode.
Backmarker Glenn Wilson ahead of Edwards and Eck. No, Wilson's wide and in the wall. Nearly collects both cars, but does collect Edwards. That white flag, Crowther pulling into the pits, Lemberger pulling into the pits.
Jordan Canazzola wide. He is really on fuel safe mode. He's in 6th gear, just driving around.
And our results are in for race 2. His first win at Skidmark, Tyler Satterfield on top, Polick behind, Holm another strong finish, Jacobs behind for P4. And your results are first change in lead, Polick on top, a 2-point lead over Mitch Crowther, with a distant 11 points to the next closest racer in the league. Crowther's on for a strong season, but can he fend off and retake Polick? The soundtrack is fire, Austin.